Welcome to the Armani Talks YouTube channel. I'm your host, Armani Talks. In this channel, I'm covering communication skills for you to level up your way with words, become much more articulate. In today's episode, I'm going to be talking about fishing for compliments. You ever seen someone who says something that's, you could say, a blatant lie? It's not really a lie in a factual sense, but it defies common sense to a point where now it just seems unreasonable. And this person is somewhat strategically being unreasonable, so they get a reaction out of you. I recall there was this one influencer that I saw on TikTok that would always make videos about, well, I'm not good looking. And if you looked at her, I would say 98% of the people looking at her would say that she was objectively attractive. But the way that she would keep on framing it, I'm not good looking, trust me, before you guys say something else, trust me why I'm not good looking. And she's just going out of her way to fish for compliments. It's one of the most annoying qualities that you may be doing and you're not aware that you're doing it. You may think you're being humble, but what's really happening is that the other person is like, no, you are pretty. And initially they're doing that, but after a while they're starting to think, okay, you know you're pretty, but you're trying to act like you're not pretty. And you're mainly doing this to get a reaction. And one example of this is whenever I hear people say, the way that you treat the waiter is how I will judge you. And I'm thinking, well, what do you mean by that? It's like, well, I can never respect someone who mistreats the waiter. And I think this is such an obvious thing where it becomes somewhat of a cliche and it's annoying. And if you really go up to these people and you ask them, when's the last time you saw someone in a first world country just disrespect the waiter for no reason? More often than not, they don't have any examples like that. It's just they want to say something so obvious that subconsciously shows their moral superiority. It's a really annoying quality, and some people, they'll do this in terms of engagement bait. They'll say something like, I don't care what anyone says. I believe in treating people with respect. And then you think, well, yeah, I also believe in treating people with respect. But there's this other group of people who's like, well, whoever said that you shouldn't treat people with respect? And that's when someone finally asks a question like that, you'll see that initial tweet, it wasn't really meant to talk about treating people with respect. It was more so about getting engagement bait. So whenever you're fishing for compliments, you're pretty much defying logic, common sense sort of logic. It's not a good look. Other people will get annoyed by you. It's like if you're the tallest person in your friend circle and you keep telling them, trust me, I'm not that tall compared to other people, right? These people will say, well, you're still tall. You kind of like hearing that thing. Well, you're still tall. And that's you fishing for compliments. We think we're being humble, but a lot of the times when we are fishing for compliments, it rubs people the wrong way and they feel kind of annoyed having to give you that compliment. They don't know why, but deep inside, they're just thinking, this person knows. This person is just saying something obviously false just to get a reaction. And this person is not authentic. That is how people are eventually going to perceive you. So avoid fishing for compliments. If you have gifts, acknowledge the gifts. And instead of just trying to act like you don't have the gifts so other people will validate that you do have the gifts. That's social skills 101. So if you enjoyed today's talk and you want to get more insights like this into social skills, be sure to check out my book, The Charisma King. Within this book, you will get a lot of practical insights on how to navigate social situations, how to converse better with others, how to listen better, plus plenty of other topics. To check out The Charisma King, go ahead and scan this barcode right on here, or go on ArmaniTalks.com, hit shop, and grab your copy today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I'll catch you next time.